Today, I'm going to do a review of my ForceUSA leg press hack squat combo. Hey, this is Greg with Discovering Strength, a channel focused on all things garage gym. If you like what you see, consider subscribing below. All right, so I've now had the ForceUSA hack squat leg press combo for about 30 days. If you do get this item and you're looking for instructions on putting it together, I recently did a video assembling it. You can check that video out at the link above. But now that I've used it for about a month, I wanted to offer my full in-depth review. So let's get to it. All right, so first of all, I love the versatility with this leg press and hack squat. So it is advertised on the website that this is a 4-in-1 unit, that you can do 4 different exercises. They advertise that as leg press, hack squat, and then a front thrust, which is basically just facing forward on the hack squat machine. And you've got a little calf block for calf raises. In reality, I see this as a 3-in-1 because the hack squat, you're doing 2 exercises on it, that's fine. And then you do have the calf block for calf raises. However, you could do calf raises with a regular leg press. That being said, I just love that you can do both hack squat and leg press. You can see up here at the top, you've got the hack squat pads, the foot press, floor plate here when you do leg press, but then that just folds down, goes flat, and then you can also take this pad off right here. It just comes right off, and then you can set it up for hack squat. Really quickly, I will just show you how you go in between. So right now it's set up for leg press, but you can flip this down, it just locks into position. You grab this pad here, you pop it into position, which takes a little getting used to figure out where the holes are. That pops in there, and then you're ready to go into a hack squat. One thing I love about this is the range of motion you get when you do, mainly when you do the leg press. With the hack squat, I think it's sufficient for range of motion, but I have noticed that I kind of bottom out a little bit. But just being able to get into a deep leg press is awesome. Some other cheaper leg press machines, that's a common issue that I see people posting about, is that you don't get sufficient range of motion using the leg press. I also love the overall weight capacity for this. It's rated at 1,000 pounds. So, you know, this is really built like a beast. It's much more than I will ever leg press, but it's nice to know that that's not ever gonna be an issue for me. Another nice addition that I have not used yet is that you've got band pegs here at the bottom and several different positions you can place it in. So in addition to the 1,000 pounds you can throw on here, you could also throw in some bands to add some additional resistance. And this is, you know, a heavy duty machine. It's not light. I think when it all got shipped to me, it was over 450 pounds. But even with how heavy it is, it was free shipping, which is great. All right, so I don't love necessarily how narrow the foot plates are. I wouldn't say it's overly narrow, but it's certainly not wide. So both here on the bottom when you're doing the hack squat and when you're doing leg press, they're the same width. I think it's 24 inches. So if you want to do really, you know, wide stance leg press, you're a little bit limited on the machine. This one's maybe a little picky, but you know, with this being about a $2,000 machine, these are the little things I'm a little nitpicky about. and that is the quality of the upholstery on the pads. It's kind of in between something really cheap and something really nice. My point of comparison are my Rep Fitness benches. And those Rep Fitness benches have kind of like this nice grippy upholstery on them. And it feels really nice. And the ForceUSA upholstery is not as nice. Another kind of minor detail that I don't love about this is the way, at least the way that I installed this for these safeties that you control on the sides. They stay in place with a bolt. It's kind of a clunky solution and not very graceful. These bolts kind of screw in and out, and I don't love that mechanism. I wish they spent a little bit more money in making a better solution for keeping these in place. Another issue with the safety they have here at the bottom. So this is going to be your safety at the bottom, just basically a peg that would keep the whole thing from crashing down on you. You've got 3 positions here, but the problem is that on a leg press, that this doesn't go high enough. For me, I'd like to see another 3 or 4 holes up here where I could put the safety a little higher. As is, this thing basically could come crushing down on me and crush me if I go too heavy and I fail. Now, when I'm doing a hack squat, then it's not a problem at all. And actually that restricts a little bit of the depth in doing my movement. But I think it works out. Then lastly, another small detail are these weight storage pegs on the side of the machine. If I can get you the right view here. These are just held with kind of these small bolts here. And what I've noticed is that it's maybe a combination of the bolts and the thickness of the steel on these uprights. But they tend to move a little bit, wiggle a little bit. They're not super securely on there. So see if I can show you here the movement. You know, you can see it just kind of move up and down. And it makes me question whether or not, you know, those can support maybe 2 or 3 45 sitting on there. All right, so overall, you know, any leg press machine is gonna take up a pretty substantial footprint in a home gym. So that's a limiting factor for pretty much everybody across the board, including myself. I don't have a large space. But kind of taking that aside, if you do have the space and you're looking to get a leg press machine, I do think that this ForceUSA leg press hack squat is really best in class. Just given the price point, which is, I think, just under $1,900 at time of filming, and all of the different movements you can do with it, it's really outstanding. I've absolutely loved having it in the gym. It adds a different element that I haven't had previously, and I'd recommend this thing to anybody with some of those minor complaints that I have about some of the small details. But that does it for my review of the leg press hack squat. Let me know in the comments below if you got any questions, or if you have it, or if you have something else that you think maybe is better. I'd love to hear your comments down below, and we'll see you next time.